Hey traders, it's Steve from the Stock Index Trading Room. And in this presentation, I actually want to do two things. One, I want to share with you our next generation of trading level of awareness in a room. We have transitioned into a thing we call super signals. So now I'm going to explain what that is to you and introduce our first super signal to you. Second thing I want to do is promote an online event that we're having Wednesday, March the 16th, and you'll see more information on that in a minute. And if you are not on our mailing list, but a YouTube subscriber, let me know. Email I'll give you in a minute, and we'll send you the link for that. So let's move this forward. If you've never read this, please pause the video, read that, come and join us when you're finished. Thanks. Now, the purpose of these weekend sessions are not to teach you how to do what we're doing. It would be impossible to do. We just introduce it. I'm going to go through this very quickly. You can pause this at any time and read through this. And but I can't teach you how to do this in a simple, that's what the room's for, in a real simple little presentation like this. But basically, please understand there are four trading system quadrants: price action and trend, order flow, momentum order flow, and support and resistance. Now, support and resistance leads us to structure awareness and targeting. If you get one of these things right, you are better than random, and with some professional management, you will be successful. If you get two, more so, three, more so, four, the more we can add to the mix, the better our historic track record is going to be. In the room, we're starting to develop market entry signals that combine all four quadrants in a single entry. We have considerations for all four quadrants, and we call these super signals. And at the end of this presentation, I think you're going to understand why. So in our trading room, we find price pattern shapes or patterns that repeat over and over in each day. With this, master traders are able to pinpoint exact market entries that have a proven historic track record. And of course, we select exceptional market entries. So our track record would be bent more towards success than failure. These patterns are formed by order flow. And as you know, price follows order flow. Order flow leads price. It can really be no other way. And so in the stock index trading room, we find ourselves in front of future price movement more often than not all the time, but more often than not. And this single concept has changed many traders in the room. The first super signal we call the spaceship. A lot of these are member named. And a spaceship is simply this. If you're familiar with the work, you know what a rocket is. And if not, I'm going to show you in a second what a rocket is. And then we improve the rocket by adding our needle bar price action, needle bar confirmation, we call that NBC, to the mix. So this addition of the needle bar confirmation to the rocket improved its historic track record, one full standard from random, because we added some price action, support, and resistance to the rocket. So in lay terms, it simply means we improved our win percentage by a full 10%. See, each standard we can improve from random affords us an additional 10% or so, plus or minus a little, improvement in our results. Now, it's a stacking of probabilities from random, away from random, towards success that have our members trading at such a high level of proficiency. Now, see, this is only possible when we stack probabilities from all four of the trading system quadrants. And we'll talk more about that in detail in our online event. So I've got a lot more to share, but today we're only going to look at one signal. We're going to look at the spaceship. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this out of the way, and we're going to look at Friday, March the 5th for the spaceship. And we look at the market open, and it's not very clean, as it often isn't when the market opens. But I'm going to do a bit of teaching right here, and then we'll go on and look to the signals that the system generated on Friday. Now, on Wednesday, March the 16th at 4:30 p.m. in the U.S. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have an online event. These normally take about 45 minutes or 50 minutes. And we're going to talk about how we generate super signals, and I'll share some more with you that we use in a room by stacking probabilities. And if you are not on our mailing list and would like to attend, please send me an email, support@stuckindextradingroom.com, and I will get you that link. If you have questions or you want to find out more about who we are, what we do, or come join us, we have a brief video that, it's an introductory video about who we are. At stuckindextradingroom.com, go look at that. And if you're interested in a discount, there's a coupon listed at the end of that 7 or 8 minute video, not very long. And you can take advantage of that if you would like. So let's do some teaching and setup, and then I'm going to show you the signals the spaceship generated, and we're going to be through. So a rocket is simply this. A rocket is simply a pattern such as this one, where we have trap trader oscillator advanced, giving a reversal bar dot bar down, and we have, this is called our delta pressure bars out the end of this red dot. A red one out the end of the green dot would be represented here. Oop, here, didn't work. Here, and we'll see about that. But that's a rocket. A rocket is simply, we call this negative pressure. And what's happening in this situation, in all these situations, is trap trader oscillator advanced, or this first indicator panel, is telling us order flows down. There's a lot of buying in down order flow. Well, this is a trap. All of these are trader traps, and down it goes. This is, we call this a lonesome rocket, where the dot is below the line and the green line. All of these people that are buying inside this bar and this bar are going to get bamboozled. And of course, you can see right off the open, if you wanted to trade the open, you would have taken advantage of this situation. Okay. So we're going to look, see, here's a rocket that's saying we're going up. Here's one saying we're going up. Here's one saying we're going up. And we'll see these throughout this presentation and how powerful they are for our members. So the mix that we added is in this indicator. This is called our needle bars. And this is price action. And then this green and pink is called smart dynamic zone. And it gives us support and resistance. Okay. And again, I'm not going to over teach this. The thing that I want to show you is simply this. You'll notice when we get a single reversal bar, long needle bar that goes through both pink and green, tend to go up. When we close above our green line, we tend to keep going up. We close below the pink line, we go down. When we close above the pink and green, we go up. We close below the pink, we go down. On and on and on and on throughout the day. Now, there are some entries that do not follow through in the middle of this. So we, to be exceptional, now to be good, we could just trade that. We get short here and go all the way down. If we want to be great, we would put it with one other factor. If we want to be exceptional, we put it with two other factors. And that's what we have done with the spaceship. So that's a rocket. Anytime we see this scenario or this situation, and we see our needle, this a rocket, the spaceship is where the needle bar is confirming closing above our green line. Because you see, again, when we close above the green line, smart dynamic zone, we tend to go up. We close below the pink line, we tend to go down. Okay, so it's that simple. So let's look, and what I've done in this presentation, this actually was the first arrow that we put in the room. We marked this as it was forming. There are a lot of reasons why, but we're 15 minutes into the trading day. And so what we have here for our spaceship is that we have a trader trap. TTO is saying down. I'll move this over for effect. Trap trader oscillator advanced is saying order flows down. One of the things you'll notice is that when TTO bounces above our midpoint line, which way do we tend to go? Up. Okay. Tends to go up. When it gets in hooks, this is a trap and a hook. Traders are getting trapped on the wrong side. Order flows advancing to the downside. In here we have our needle bar confirming price action support and resistance. And it's saying when we close under this, we tend to go down. We close under this, we tend to go down. We're on a red background. That tells me smart momentum is saying the momentum is down. So we have order flow that's down, price action that's down, support and resistance that's down, and momentum that's down. So we have all four quadrants considered here. The fact that, you know, this is going to do that. And of course, for our benefit, it did. And it was super nice. So that is the spaceship. We have one over here, I'll point out. It's just simply this TTOA is bouncing above our midpoint line. Now we say when it gets above the midpoint line, we tend to go up. It's not below it. We tend to keep going up. It's not below it. We tend to keep going up, hint, hint, hint. And then we break it over here. You know, that would be a good time to sort of maybe regroup and resettle after this big, nice long run for you if you decide to trade that way. Let's talk about signals for a second. I'm going to show you something that's, you know, we've been using for, we're cleaning it up to make it a super signal. We're going to trade in this spaceship for about 3.5 weeks, and members love it. We've been trading Rocket for 6 months or so. Now, this signal right here, you can see one here, and I'll show you some more. They may never work again, right? We may get this, and it may never, ever perform this way for us again, okay? It may never not perform for us again. We don't know. This may never win again. It may never lose again, ever, ever. We don't know. In the stock index trading room, we believe the future is going to be more like the past rather than less like the past. We are not saying that we know the future because we don't. Okay, so that's the reality of what we show you. Now, we've shown signals for 4 years in these that still work. What is that? Green bar below a blue line. You know, just green below. We showed that. That was the first signal we traded over 5 years ago. All right. So anyway, we don't know if these are going to keep working or not. You know, that's just have to do that. Okay, so we had this arrow. I was working, trying to get a new member in the room here. Whatever. We had this is a spaceship, right? We get this. See, TTOA is down here, and these people, bless their heart, are buying, and they're going to get bamboozled. Bless their heart. These folks are going to get bamboozled. Over and over and over. And we have our needle bar printing where? On the bottom of under the pink line. Well, you know, that's down, 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 and down, 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 and down. We have 4 quadrants saying, yeah, that's probably not going to, that probably is wrong. And these traders are trapped on the wrong side of the market. These traders are trapped on the wrong side of the market. These traders are trapped on the wrong side of the market. And away we go. So we had this marked in the room simply because it was a red bar above the red line with our needle bar confirmation. I left it here just to show you that we had that marked in the room. So then what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to bring up a brilliant piece of software actually developed by one of our members that this is called Smart Trade Markers, and it's available at Indicator Smart. website, or you can contact me and I'll get you to the right place for that. But what this is just loads of information, and it is designed to exactly mirror the SuperDOM in NinjaTrader. Now, the member that developed this is a professional trader and a professional indicator coder. Okay, so he knows the stuff, he knows what he's doing. And I'm going to show you how this works and how we've taken our trading to a whole different level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to find the spaceship for Friday the 4th. Okay, and we're going to load those, and then we go to our summary tab. And what we see is we had 16 entries and 15 of those went 1 point with a 15 tick stop. Okay, we've got all kinds of parameters in here. Okay, now I'm going to move this out of the way for a second and show you how this works. Now that we have put this on the chart, it's marking all of the entries. Ooh, there's the one that didn't work. All right, now we have signals that don't work. We would expect this entry method for standards better than random to be over 90% for a point. And it's at 94. That's not an accident, y'all. It's not a mistake. It's not fluke, and it's not luck. Okay, this is intentional by design. That World Cup trading champion Rob Mitchell designed all of the brilliant indicators to give us this opportunity to be successful. Okay, so let me move that out of the way, and I'll just show you what this looks like as we scroll through. Like I said, we had this one marked in the room. This was from that, but there's an entry, and then here we get in here, and what we don't get, and when people are getting their brain speed in, is we get very few reversal bars on color to have momentum going with them. We get a rocket here, but we don't get needle bar confirmation to go through. Now, we have a signal here called follow the leader. That is a second bar confirmation signal that probably is the most popular in the room. See, here we have a rocket, but needle bars don't go through. So this is not an entry, but this follow the leader is. Okay. Here we have a red bar, red background. We don't quite have the rocket. We're getting some good indications. The leader doesn't go through, but the follower does. So that would be a 1 bar after entry right here. Exceptional track record for 2 points. I don't know why I don't have that marked. Sorry. There. Right? Yep. Red rocket, needle bar through. Okay, sorry about that. Well, here's another. I'm not gonna. That's another one right there. All right. So as we start to clean up the chart, we find more and more winning entries as we go. Okay, so let's look at this, and I'm going to wrap this up. All right, so this is very unusual in here, where we get stuff in chop and engulfed. Now, obviously, it was trading the right direction, but not a lot of fun, in my opinion. We would rather get this one and it go 4 or 5 points immediately. Rocket, needle bar through, green, boom, 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 and away we go. And there's some more, I think 4 or 5 more. There's a nice one. They're all nice. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. Boy, that one didn't work very well. You see that one, that didn't work very well. And some more nice winners. There's a nice 5 point, another 5 point. That didn't work very well. And 5 more points there. So why do we say 5 points? Let's look at some, we know Rob and some master traders did 1,000. It's over 1,000 reversal bar study, and we know that we should get a reversal bar in a certain we get a reversal bar and one continuation bar. The ES likes to move in 7 and 9 point chunks, so we get a reversal bar entry in 5 points, and it likes to reverse. Now, obviously, structure can spread out, but this is just a very, very high standard of probability. Here we have some internal factors about this trade. If you traded it for 1 point, traded it for 2 points, traded it for 5 points, and we're not saying do all of this. A lot of traders don't have the capability of trading a scaling system, or don't want to trade a scaling system. We just do this to show you all the possibilities as you trade. If we did it for 1 point, and I'm going to show you something with our initial stop here in a minute for this signal only, win rate's 94, win rate's 88% for 2 points. This is a 15 tick stop. And we can trail it and do some other stuff and improve these numbers. We teach that in the room every day, but I'm not going to teach that here. And then this is the crazy number. We have a 15 tick stop and a 20 tick profit, and we win 75% of the time. I wrote an article a couple of years ago for Trader World magazine where I said to be successful, you had to have one of two things. You could either have a super high win percentage, or you could have wins larger than your stops, or you could do both. You could have a win percentage that was greater than your initial stop loss. And I received quite a few emails from advanced traders that saying that's not possible. You have to compromise. You either take, scalp small profits, or take large winners, but your win percentage is going to be less than 50%. And I took exception to that because I knew in our room we have been trading this type of, not this good, but this type of scenario for a long time. Okay, so here we have a situation to where we're considering all 4 quadrants of market structure and trading, and we have some super high track record. Again, this is for one day. This worked all week. We're following this. We're not a one-trick pony, but we're getting close. And we have traders that obviously are in love with this. So our profit factor is weak. This means we're 500% likely to profit on this day with these signals, 500% likely to profit, to be profitable on each market entry. Okay, so trade it for 1, trade it for 2, trade it for 5. 3 works well. It didn't in this particular case. It didn't, but 3 points works well. It didn't actually make any more money, but a lot of times it does. But then 5 works well. And I'll show you something with this, because we are using momentum as the 4th factor. Let me show you some things we can do with this. Just in general, trading all market entries in all conditions, 15 to 20 tick stop tends to work best for our profitability. Because we're trading 4 quadrants here, see what happens normally if we move this to 11, this goes down, our expectancy. This will go down. And actually here, it went up. So this trade is more hypothetical simulated account, more profitable with an 11 tick stop than a 15 tick stop. Well, I like that, Steve. Shh, don't tell anybody. So now we have a 700, almost 750% profit factor. High, huge expectation. Enormous edges over here. I'm going to move this one, watch 75. I could, yeah. It's that extra tick is crazy, isn't it? But let's do this. I do that for this reason. So here we have a stop of 7 ticks, initial stop, no trailing, profit of 21, 3 times, 300% larger average win and average loss with a win percentage close to 70. Yeah, it may never do this again. I can show you other days that it did. It may never do this again. And we may never have a day this bad again. Again, we don't know. We don't know the future. We don't know how this is going to perform Monday. I'm doing this on the weekend. We don't know how it's going to perform Monday. And come to our webinar, come join us and watch it if you're, have more than a passing interest. But I'm not going to do 3 weeks here in this. I will tell you, we had an outstanding week trading this signal in a room. So I'm going to go ahead and close that out. I'm going to show you how easy it is to use that piece of software. And now let's go back and recap. This was from Friday. Super signal, our first super signal called the spaceship, that includes all 4 quadrants of trading into one consideration: price action. Here's price action, support and resistance, smart dynamic zone, price action, support and resistance, order flow, TTOA, order flow, trader trap, order flow makes it better, and momentum, all pointing down, and away we go. So that's what we're doing now. We've upped the ante a little bit in the room. We're trading at a little higher level of awareness than we ever have. We didn't know this a month ago, so we couldn't teach us a month ago. So we continue to grow and work and improve for ourselves and our members, and we're honored to offer this to the members of the Stock Index Trading Room. So come join us Wednesday the 16th. We'll do a 45-minute or so presentation of all the super signals that we use in a room. This one's a spaceship. And it works really, really well, and that's why I led with that. So on behalf of World Cup trading champion Rob Mitchell, all the members of the Stock Index Trading Room, nothing but the best in your trading, and we hope to see you on Wednesday the 16th in our event.